Okay, live. Hi guys, Christopher
Hi,
from Cytron, Attila from Cytron. So
good evening.
today, good evening from Malaysia lah, because this is worldwide,
Good evening from Malaysia, Southeast Asia.
South Asia. So we have also worldwide lah, worldwide. So let me share a screen. I think a screen or share screen, or share a Chrome.
Button, share
So
button.
yep. Okay. Can you see my screen? Can
Yeah, I
you see my?
got.
Yep. So let me just present it.
Can see now.
Yeah, I can see, but I'm looking at my screen. So today is kind of special day, special kind of launching. So this is if you follow our video live product new product introduction last week, we actually talked about this live a bit, this launching a bit. The tip is about Raspberry Pi. Okay, so today is about the PoE Plus hat. So for those that use PoE hat before, so this is the PoE hat. Oh, in case you cannot see it, Tira, help me to switch
Wait.
the the view. Oh, I'm not
Oh,
sure whether it's focused or not.
how to do it?
Can you do it? So let me just
Ah, wait. I'm really not used to this.
not used to this, right? Uh,
Ah,
okay.
okay.
So this is the PoE hat, the existing PoE hat. Okay. We normally if you want to use it, you just stack it on Raspberry Pi 3B plus, 4B, like this, 4B. Okay. Then you can connect Ethernet cable. So I'm using a 2GB board. Ethernet cable here. Just connect to the Ethernet port of the Pi. Then it will power up the Raspberry Pi. Okay. So you don't need another adapter to power the Raspberry Pi from the USB-C. So that is PoE hat.
So it's very convenient if you don't have power adapter, right?
It's very convenient for a lot of use cases, because let's say you need communication, Ethernet, oh, then you need another power adapter to power it. And for certain case, you don't have the AC adapter or AC socket at that place, So
Yeah.
since you need Ethernet already, and Ethernet can actually provide the internet connection. So why don't use Ethernet cable to power and also provide a stable and also fast internet connection? So that is being used quite a lot for some of the device. Now I'll talk about it in the slide. Okay. So we are launching this today, but there's no ready stock.
That's very stock.
Atira, can you help me to enable the product page? Have you enabled the
Done.
product? Okay.
We never
We'll look
ready.
at it. We'll look at it later on. Okay. So this is the new PoE Plus hat, IEEE 802.3 AT compliant. So it can deliver up to 25.5 watt to the device, Raspberry Pi in this case. So what is PoE? So you can actually supply power to a device using Ethernet cable up to 100 meters away. So a good example is our CCTV. So even inside front, our CCTV, we have 16 CCTV actually. So we have a lot of CCTV. And all this CCTV is powered and also communicate using PoE. Okay. It saves time and cost. For example, a good example is the CCTV. Because CCTV, you need to install at a place where most of the time you don't have AC line. You don't have
Correct.
AC line. Then even if you have AC line, you need to, you know, extend out the socket. Then you need another adapter, power adapter, to power the device. So with PoE, you eliminate the AC line, then the socket, and also the adapter, additional adapter to convert the AC to DC to power the device. So you save the time to, you know, to lay off the AC cable, to install the socket. Then you save the cost for the line, for the labor cost, and also the adapter. Okay, so it's widely used by communication device. Those that need communication device. Of course, you can still power the device using PoE, but you don't want to use the internet. No problem. You can use that, but it's kind of waste. So example in
Because you have
security.
internet connection, right? You
Yeah,
can
you
just use.
have already. You have already.
It's better
So
to utilize.
yeah. So that's why a lot of those devices that need Ethernet will use PoE lah. For example, security IP, the good example that I given just now, voice over IP phone, no, VoIP phone, RFID reader, for example, those supermarket or maybe some of the condominium, some of the apartment, RFID reader. Nash, we also have one Nash. I think Nash is quite common, okay, using PoE. So you don't need another adapter to power the Nash. Network attached storage. Okay, Wi-Fi access point, our access point also the same using PoE only. Another famous one is POSO, point of sales. So for example, point of sale is just those the cashier using to print receipt, then to key in item prices, scan barcode. You can use PoE also, okay, or even to scan the credit card, for payment. So all those things can use PoE now. Okay.
You're using online systems, right?
Yeah.
Mainly.
Yep. Yep. So
You got
what's
one
the
question.
upgrade? Yeah. One
You got
question.
one question.
Yep. What's the question? I cannot see the question now.
Does it need a power switch or just a normal switch will do?
You need a PoE, what we call a PoE supply. Okay. There is PoE. You just make sure your switch, network switch, come with PoE. Or if you want to save, because some cases, we already have the network switch. Okay. Then you can actually get a power injector, PoE injector. You can use back that switch, then in the middle of your network switch to your device, you can add another PoE injector, and there is a lot of port one. So for example, we actually have a PoE injector for single Ethernet lah, and that is gigabit Ethernet PoE injector. Okay. So let me continue. So what's the upgrade lah? The overview. So on
Right.
the left is
Idris
top
got a
view.
comment. Sorry, my internet down.
That doesn't
The
have
Idris is
anything to
not
do
here.
with PoE. Yeah, doesn't have anything to do with PoE. Okay. So this is the new PoE Plus hat. So this is top view. The left hand side is the top view. If you compare with, I think you cannot see the old one. Later I'll show the photo of the old one. So this is the new PoE Plus hat. Okay, the plus doesn't mean you combine the PoE and the hat. The name is PoE Plus hat. Okay, and the standard is also PoE Plus. Okay.
Because we use the old one. We used to have the old one, right? The PoE hat.
We still have, but don't know. It's coincidentally it's out of stock. Uh, so maybe next week lah. Next week we will restock. Because some of the people still need to use the old or existing PoE hat. Okay. So you have a Brussels fan here. So the Brussels fan can be controlled from the Raspberry Pi. So this is wired wound transformer. This is not LCD. This is actually the transformer. So don't mistaken. Okay, and all the other components. So let's look at some of the spec. So this is actually to compare the previous standard, which is IEEE 802.3 AF. So this is AF. This is the new one, PoE Plus. Okay,
80.
80, sorry, 80. So 80 and AF, so it's kind of similar, right? 80 and AF. So anyway, this is newer. This is 2009. The standard is 2003. It can deliver power to PD. PD is the power device. Okay, so in this case, it's Raspberry Pi. It can deliver up to 25.5 watts. So if you translate to voltage and current, it's 5 amp or 5 volt power. So that is very, very high. So you still remember our adapter, the power adapter for Pi is normally 3 amp or 3.5 amp only. But with this, with this is more than 4 amp is 5 amp. So it's very high. Power from the power supply equipment is 30 watt. So 30 watt, wow. From the equipment, so across the line, across the Ethernet cable, it will drop. So that's why at the power device is slightly lower, but it's still quite high. Okay. The input voltage, then the maximum current through the line, to the Ethernet cable. So devices is from 1 to 4. This is the class. Class normally relate to the power rating. Okay. So supporting cable, I think some of them can use Cat3, but according to the Wikipedia, it starts from Cat5. So it shouldn't affect the Ethernet speed or network performance speed. So example is PTZ. PTZ is a pan and tilt CCTV. So why pan and tilt? Because beside the CCTV electronics, it also need to power the motor for the pan and tilt. Okay, so that's why it need more power. Nash, depending on your storage devices, some Nash will have 6 tera, 10 tera. That will require more power. So RFID readers, PoE, POSO. So most of the spec is related, enhancement is related to the power. Okay, so that is the PoE Plus versus PoE. And then let's look at the hat itself. Okay, so on the right is actually the existing PoE. So on the left is the PoE hat, Plus hat, the new
The new one.
The new one. Yes. Okay. So similar, the new higher power IEEE 802.3.3 AT. This is class 4. So 5 amp, 25 watt wire womb, and it comes with an extra feature, which is it can sense the current. Okay, it's compatible with Pi 4B, 3B plus, and also not to forget the CM4 IO official CM4 IO board, because they break out the PoE header pins also. Okay, so this pin, Tira, if you can switch me again. Let me see if I can look at.
Wait, how to switch?
How to switch, you need to practice. How to switch.
How to switch to your... switch like this lah, huh?
Okay, remember, so this is the pin breakout. Breakout, this 4 pin is actually breakout from the PoE Ethernet. Inside there's 8 pin, right? So actually it's 2 pairs, 2 pairs for the power. Okay, it's being breakout to this pin over here. Okay, and the CM4 IO, the official CM4 IO IO board have this 4 pin also on it. So you can actually stack the PoE hat onto the CM4 IO to get the PoE. Okay, so let's continue.
Switch it back.
Yeah, switch back to the slide.
Wait,
So this is the physical. Can or
how
not?
to put your...
Can or not?
Can. I'm not
Okay?
used to it.
Yeah, I know you're not used to it, so that's why I asked you to pick it up,
Practice.
practice. Okay or not? Because I cannot see.
Okay.
Okay, good. So this is to show you the comparison. This is the top of the new PoE Plus hat and the old or the existing earlier version of PoE hat. So if you notice, the fan is being moved slightly to the center of the hat. Okay, and then the transformer is increased, I think, because of the power that it can deliver now. Okay, and of course some of the extra component over here. So this is the top view of both the new and also the older PoE hat. This is the bottom. Again, this is the PoE Plus hat, and this is the PoE hat bottom. And this is not LCD. I also
Again.
myself, yeah, again, this is not LCD. I also thought this is LCD. Okay, so let's look at. Let me check if Raspberry Pi Foundation have released uh, PoE Plus hat. Let's check the YouTube. Okay. Oh, this is still O1 because they don't really release pre-release, so we don't have any. Let me see YouTube, and let's visit our page also. Page one. By the way, we don't have worldwide. We don't have ready stock Plus hat.
Everyone don't have
Estimated.
stock.
Yeah, no one have stock. Estimated. Okay, coming soon. So estimated is mid of June. So anyone interested, please click notify me here. Then it will actually require you to put in your email address. Then once the stock is ready, it will send an email to your notification. You send a notification to your email. Okay.
Then you can straight away buy.
Sorry.
Then you can straight away buy.
Yeah, it's very limited. We actually have news that because of IC shortage worldwide. Let me see. We have maybe we have some. This is the old one already. Maybe some news. Announcing. Okay, so this is from. Um, so same the standard. Let's see. We have. Oh, okay. A better diode rectifier. New transformer. So shining, shiny, shiny until I thought it's a LCD. So they don't have a video on it. So that's so this is delivering 2.5 amp. This is some of the spec I covered just now. They put it on the right for the PoE Plus. Okay, so I think that's all. Any question? Because there's no video, so no point we go to the YouTube.
No video from foundation also.
No. Okay.
No
Any more
question?
question? No question. Sorry, my internet now. Okay. Oh, another external. Another external. What is external mean?
Well, another external.
Another external.
What external?
Does it need a power switch? Yes, you need a power switch, of course. Don't use a normal, Ethernet cable. You can use normal Ethernet cable, but from the other end of the Ethernet, either is your router or your switch, you need to have a PoE supply lah. Okay, it can still support the IEEE 802.3 .AF power injector. So in other words, your power supply can only deliver 15.4 watt Using this hat also no problem, don't worry. Okay. Raspberry Pi 4
Oh, question.
8 GB tak jual lagi. Oh, we still have, but again, it's limited stock. So worldwide semiconductor IC shortage caused the shortage. Okay, it's very limited. So my advice is to click on notify me, and we also know some of the customer, they don't have time to get it once they get the email, because normally they check email after work, right? So we'll still try to grab as many stock as possible lah. So it's not only Malaysia lah. So we still have it.
Currently, it's back order only.
Yeah. So back order, my advice is to get it as soon as possible, because back order means you can place order, you can pay. Once we have stock, we'll ship it to you. Okay, it's being reserved for you lah. So back order means if you want to wait until there is stock, uh, back order will be served first, because you paid already. So we'll reserve for you. So if you have back order that item and you need it, better get it. Better get it. Okay. So this is about Raspberry Pi 4. Suddenly we shift to Raspberry Pi 4 8 GB. So it's not only 8 GB, 2 GB is the same. 4 GB, I think still have a bit. I think 4 GB still have, right? But I cannot
Yeah.
I cannot be sure because the movement is too fast. The movement is too fast.
4 GB currently got 22 units.
Yeah, 4 GB currently have 22 units. 2 GB and also 8 GB is out of stock. But 8 GB, there's back order. So if the date, if you can get it from someplace else, early date, then go ahead. But if you cannot get it, then you have to better place order with the back order first. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Got
Anything else?
another,
Eh,
got another comment. Printer Maker Pi macam best.
uh, it's not macam best. It's actually best. You don't need to assemble. You don't need the assembly. You don't
Yeah,
need the assembler or anything. Of course,
yeah.
at least you need to plug in the power lah, and then some operation lah.
But it's already assembled for
Yeah,
you.
pre-assemble. So it's like out of the box. You just carry it out. Just plug in power. Then of course you need to put in the micro SD card with the G code, and do some preheat. Load
Yeah.
the. I think the
But the printing
the
size is limited to 10 cm times 10 cm
yeah, 10
times 10
cm
cm.
and 10 cm and 10
10
cm.
cm. Yeah.
Yep.
10
But you
cm
can
cube.
yep you can still print a lot of stuff with that size. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else beside the PoE Hat Plus? Live finish start pukul berapa?
So pukul berapa? Dah nak habis dah.
No, you can we will post into YouTube later
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
So don't worry, we just put it back. We start at 3 lah. We talk about PoE Plus just now. So it's worldwide, but there's no ready stock. Estimated is mid of June we'll have stock. Okay, estimated.
Another
Then
what? 2 weeks.
another 3 lah, because now
3
it's
weeks.
24 for me.
Yeah.
So anyway, stays healthy for Malaysia. I think Singapore also same. Stay healthy. The case of COVID-19 increased already. Then Thailand, I heard, also increased. So if you, for those states that can register for volunteer vaccination, go ahead. I heard, you know, the vaccination is only open for 60 years and above,
60.
right?
Yeah. The
And
elderly.
then it should be 26, which is the
Yeah.
next 2 day. but then they be elite, become 25th. Tomorrow they will open for ages under 60. Yeah,
Oh,
tomorrow.
so we can
Yeah, yeah,
register tomorrow.
yeah. But for few
Only the
only.
selected states only, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure. Unfortunately or fortunately, because I don't know. I'm not in position to comment on that.
Yeah.
Topic apa ni? Topic about this. This is the old one lah. Oh, it's the one. It's a PoE lah. Power over Ethernet. This is one of the
Yeah.
official hat. One of the
How to
official
switch?
hat.
Okay. Okay,
One of
no,
the official hat.
already.
Okay, no idea. Oh, okay. Okay, that's all I think.
And Zia, you can always visit the product page, our product page,
Yeah,
to
our
know
product
more
page.
about.
You just go to our product page and you type PoE lah. PoE or PoE plus.
PoE HAT.
PoE hat. Okay.
Not the one you put on your head. You put on your Raspberry Pi.
Okay. So anything else?
Okay. Anything else?
Okay, nothing else.
No more.
Thanks
Anything else?
guys.
Thanks. Bye
Thanks
bye.
for catching up. Thanks for looking at the live. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.